Jeff, Arizona Hot Homestead. And I thought since in the last couple weeks, last 3 weeks actually, I've been getting rain on and off, and in some cases a couple inches in a day, and now my ground is just plain mud and saturated, and now it doesn't even soak through. So I thought what I'd do is, you seen that video, stuck in the mud, and then you also saw that video. If you haven't, well, get on the ball, go see that video about the truck that I bought. So what I'm going to do is I'll kind of give you an update on my road here. As you can see, there's ruts kind of everywhere along here. I've been driving anywhere from here all the way over to here. This water here, you see some of this rock right in through here? This water sometimes is so full you can't even see any of that rock in there. So I'm just kind of giving you an update on my road and condition of the mud and how well my four-wheel drive Explorer is doing. I don't know if you can tell, but there's some mud on my truck, and it's actually doing pretty good. So let's take a look at this mud down here a little closer. So here we are a little closer to the mud. I did have, before some of these rains came through, I had some cinders brought in. Some of these cinder rocks are, so these rock here are about 2 to 3 inches in diameter, and I had those laid down here in this section here, basically from about, well, right about here all the way down to up there. Basically they just took a truckload and they just put a layer right down through here. We didn't get a chance to pack it down before some of the rains hit. Driving through there with my four-wheel drive was no big deal. My cousin visited me for a few days, and he has a two-wheel drive Toyota. Well, this water was probably about a foot higher than what it is right now, and I didn't know how he would go through this water, and I didn't want him to get stuck in the middle and get all muddy and wet trying to get out. So we actually just parked this car up there, and then we drove down through with mine, and I drove down through the center with absolutely no problems at all. Water went everywhere, obviously, but it wasn't a problem. Later on, when it dried down a little bit lower than what it is now, he was able to drive through this. He slid a little, fishtailed some, but he was able to make it through. Later on, he left with no problem, but then a big storm came through right after he left, and this water was like another foot higher easily. And as you can tell, I've been also driving over here on the side, and as well as even in the center. I mean, almost just having some fun, but I'm just kind of showing you what I got and what I'm driving and all that. It's a little dry right now. I drove through here just the last night, and as you can see, it's pretty dry over here on this end. This is where I drove. So this is kind of like the high side, if you will. And then it slopes down a little bit into that big pond, if you will. But yeah, it's kind of fun driving through this slush. If I didn't have four-wheel drive, for sure I would be stuck in this. This is probably from right about here to right here is about 200 feet. And then you're dealing with, this is probably 8, 16, probably a minimum of 20 feet across here. Probably closer to about 25 feet from basically where that rock is there over to this outer line here is probably about 25, 30 feet overall. So this is a pretty good little trench, but you know what? Not too many people will come visit me, are they? That could be a great thing. Could be a bad thing, because I might get lonely. You might have to come visit me. Anyhow, Jeff with Arizona Hot Homestead, just showing you my road to the homestead. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of rain.